Right. It says it's live to a few places, so I'm going to
Shall we
assume it's
start?
live.
Okay.
And a couple of the others still say propagating.
Okay. Shall we start? Oh no, wait.
Wow, it says now live on your channel. Okay, let's
Great.
get going.
Hello, everyone. Angela and I have been in business for a month now. We're celebrating our fourth week, and we wanted to share some learnings we've had after our sessions working with women in co-working sessions. So who is this for? It's for anyone who needs a bit of structure in their day, who are procrastinating and wondering if it's laziness. They are working alone from home. They bought courses which they haven't finished or started. They have overwhelming to-do lists. They doubt themselves, and they're wondering if they even have what it takes. So we launched Cowork Crowd a month ago.
Yeah, so we should probably introduce ourselves as well. So we might say on the screen, but I'm Angela. Marika and I have known each other for a few years now, but we jointly launched a new business together about a month ago called Cowork Crowd. And we've run nearly 30 virtual co-working sessions now with a group of people who have joined us over our sort of launch period, and we've been trying to work out why these sessions have been so successful and why they've been so powerful. So we thought we'd just pop on here and share a bit about what we've learned and about what people can do to have a really productive hour and become really confident in taking action in their business. So Marika's got loads of great top tips, so I'm going to let her lead on these and jump in when I get a chance.
I just to add on to what you were saying, we've done actually this informally with a small group, a small accountability group, B-School accountability group, and it just works so well. And we kept wondering, why does it work so well? Why isn't this available to more women? It's normally available in a mastermind or a coaching program, but that's why we eventually launch it, because it was just working so well for us. So we kept talking about why does it work so well, and a lot of this is brain science. So we're just going to run through a few points here as what we've worked out. So the first one is the planning and the pre-commitment of it. So it is like a gym class. You can't just wake up in the morning, decide to have a good hour. There are going to be tons of things in your way. So you have to pre-commit to it and plan to have that hour open. The next one is to remove distractions, which is extremely hard. So this is what we've learned from Indistractable, which is a course and a book by Nir Eyal. And he's like, put your phone in a different room, switch off all your notifications. You have to absolutely make sure you are not going to look at anything until that hour is finished.
I think that's one that I know I'm really bad at. I know all these sort of notifications popping up for emails, and I've just had one for WhatsApp, and all these things coming from my screen, and then I lose the flow of what I'm working on and disappear off down a rabbit hole.
Totally. I think it is the number one reason why our co-working sessions work so well, because you feel so under pressure. You still see the notifications somehow, or the distractions, or just want to quickly go out, get up and put the laundry in. But actually, when you're on camera with other people, you sit down and you do the work. But I agree, that is the hardest one. Then another one, which I didn't realize how powerful it is to decide on a very specific task. And I've shared before that I'm totally in the Gretchen Rubin's 4 tendencies. I'm a rebel. So if someone tells me to decide on a specific task, I definitely don't want to do it. I want to say, oh no, I'll decide in the session. I'm going to make my to-do list. I'm going to look at my emails. But no, having something very specific. So yesterday we had one, and I had my VAT that I had to do. And because it was so specific, one thing, I knew exactly when we started. I got my bank statements out, and I finished it within an hour, but I had to be very specific.
And I think that one ties in with the book, The One Thing, doesn't it? Where you just make sure that you have got that one thing that you're focusing on for the day or for the next chunk of time. Rather than, and it's definitely worse in sessions where I say, oh, I'm going to do this and this and this. No, that does not help. It's like, I'm going to do my accounts, which was yesterday, or I'm going to do this particular piece of coursework.
Exactly. It's very powerful. And I know Carrie Green from FEA, she also says, think about what do you want to have accomplished after the hour? So it's not just what do I want to do? It's like after the hour, what would you be so happy that it's done? So the next one is to get an accountability buddy. And it's basically the reason we started Cowork Crowd because we understand the power of that social pressure of having people on camera. But if it's not for you, then get someone else. Ask them to do, that's what we did before, is we just ask someone, can you come with me on Zoom, and you both sit there. But doing it alone is going to be very tricky. I don't know if you agree with me, Angela, there.
Absolutely. And I think it's so weird. You just sort of think, I should be self-motivated enough. I should be able to do this just sitting at my computer, working at home on my own. But just having somebody else in the corner of my screen I can see they've got their head down and they're working, and that you've told them you're going to commit to doing this thing, makes such a massive difference. And it slightly feels competitive, but it slightly feels you feel guilty if you don't doing it because they're working. So you want to sort of get down, and you know that at the end of a period of time, you're going to have to say whether or not you've done that thing. So
absolutely. I think it's so important what you've said. I think especially entrepreneurs who are very ambitious, you think there's something wrong with you that you just cannot sit down and do the work. But yeah, it is just so hard. Okay, then the next thing is to set a 60-minute timer. And there's something very real on that deadline. And I think it's another thing, the rebel in me wants to I'll work as long as I want to work. And I will, if I want to take, just do something for half an hour and then work another half an hour later. No, you've got to stick to that 60-minute deadline. And that's what the accountability buddy is great for. You're both going to sit there for 60 minutes.
And that one really fits in with that idea of sort of getting in flow. And I think it works. It's a bit like the Pomodoro technique, where you have a set period of time and then a break. It's very good for saying, right, I'm going to have this solid period of working, and then
absolutely
stretch my legs, make a drink, but I'm not going to stop in that time.
That's so true. That focus, that flow is just so, it's what it's all about, isn't it? Yesterday with me as well, I was like, when you said the time was up, what? I was just in a different world. I was at this time warp. And that's really it. That's what you need to do. I think we'll put this in the comments as well. Just those 5 things. And I've said
so recap them for us.
Yeah. So 1 is plan and pre-commit. 2, remove distractions. 3, decide on a very specific task. 4, get an accountability buddy, join a co-working session. And 5, set a 60-minute timer. And we talked earlier about the brain science, and it's that dopamine hit that you get, that gratification of I've done something that I said I was going to do, and it's ticked off from my to-do list, and that just leads to confidence, it leads to momentum, and we've said it before as well, that if you do it earlier in the day as well, it's great, because the rest of the day just goes so differently once it's like going to the gym, going for a run first thing. It just changed the rest of your day. So I thought we could just tell people what other people come and do in our co-working sessions.
Yeah, why not?
Activities.
It's such a wide variety of stuff, but which ones can you remember?
I think the one that I'm most impressed with is when people come and do their opt-ins. And we had someone yesterday who did her opt-in in an hour, literally from start to getting it to her website. And then there's Crystal, who's she created a quiz, which is obviously quite complicated. So she had to write out each of the the results. Yeah. And she also wrote her email sequence, but I think she did it over a 1-week period in the sessions. But it's something like some of us procrastinate on for years. But she's done all of that. Taxes, completing courses. I think that's a big one as well. We just never give ourselves the time to do that. All
those courses we buy that just sit there and we never get around to doing them.
Yeah.
So yeah.
But I think
there's quite a few people doing social media as well.
Yes,
getting social media and getting the Canva images done, and getting everything scheduled out for the week
I think
or month
because
ahead.
It's such a focused time that it's great for creating content, being creative.
Yeah.
Okay, so and I think the last thing is that I want to add is the quote from James Clear from Atomic Habits is, we don't rise to our goals, we fall to our systems. And this is a system, you shouldn't just do that for an hour a day. Obviously, if you build a business, there should be either a daily thing, a few times a week, because this 1 hour will set you up for the rest of the week. So get something in your day or in your week which has got this structure.
So let's share a bit more about how Cowork Crowd has been working.
Sure, yes. So I think should we talk about how often we get together?
Yeah, why not?
Okay, so that's There's at the moment 6 sessions a week, and we are reviewing that and seeing if people want more, which days, which times. But so it works across all time zones. And on Mondays we have 3 sessions. On Wednesday we have 3, and the Monday sessions are 2 hours long, and the Wednesday sessions are 1. Sometimes we go into 2 hours. We're talking about adding a feedback Fridays, which where people can come and talk about their business, get feedback on their business, or just brainstorm. Yes, I think just the type of people who join us, I think you and I have really both enjoyed. It's just such a diverse group of women, different stages of building businesses. There's a neurodiverse group as well. It is just, I think we love meeting every person and just hear what they're such a bunch of interesting businesses as well.
I think it's probably worth just reiterating that we've both got our own businesses which are completely separate to this, and this was just something we've started because we found it so powerful when we were doing it for ourselves. So we thought we let's just create something so that something really low cost, something really easy, that's not part of a massive membership that's really expensive, just something that people can come along and have that low cost co-working, virtual co-working with other people, so you get that accountability and get that sort of pressure to get on and get your things done that are on your to-do list.
So that's so true. And I think just it's at the moment it's $5 a month if you join before the end of July, and from the 1st of August it's going to be $10 a month. So yes, very low cost, and yeah, we'd love to get more people to join us.
Yeah, fantastic. So if you happen to be interested, then you can find out more at coworkcrowd.com. So that's our website, coworkcrowd.com, or we are Cowork Crowd across social media. So do follow us, get involved. If you've got any questions, drop a comment on the bottom of this live feed, and we will respond to people, answer any questions, and we'll drop some more information as well in the comments. So I guess it's been fab having you here. I've been seeing little live viewers popping up. I've not been able to get on and see if there's any comments, but amazing. Thank you if you've watched this live, and even if you haven't, thank you if you're coming and watching the replay. I hope you've found this useful.
Absolutely. Bye.
All right. Bye.